everybody, it's Steve from Corporate Gone Country. I'm just an ex-corporate guy trying to do country things, and I have a couple of able assistants with me today. Actually, they're doing all the work. We have a hunting property where we have an air conditioning condensate drain that's pooling up, and we're thinking it's attracting animals and snakes, so we want to make a hole in the ground and fill it with rocks so the water will drain underneath the surface of the ground.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a proper before picture, but the hot southwest Texas weather was causing the air conditioner to run day and night, creating a lot of condensate out of this line, and it ended up pooling up to about 4 inches deep in the ground. That provided a nice little reservoir for snakes and mice to come and get a drink as they pleased.
It's going to be 105 degrees today, so we're doing this at about 8:30 in the morning when it's just like a mere 85. You can see the condensate drain coming out there. We've got about a 3.5, maybe 4 foot diameter hole here, and we're going to fill that with rocks, and hopefully that'll keep the water underneath the surface of the ground. So the hole we got here is about 18 inches deep, other than where that big rock is coming out, and that's pretty much immovable. That looks like a giant boulder, but that's the size of rocks we're going to throw in here. They're not huge, but they'll fill up the hole nicely, and they'll provide plenty of cracks and volume for the water to seep through and not pool up on the surface. And all we're doing is throwing, say, 2 to 3 inch rocks in the bottom of this hole. We probably got it a third of the way filled up. And all we've been using is the rocks that we took out of the hole and recycling them before we go back to our pile. We have this rock pile here from where we dug out that septic tank. Okay, I've been working on this rock pile here, just putting some of those cobbles, those stones, in this gut bucket, and I'm going to drag them over to the hole and dump them, and hopefully 2 or 3 loads of this will fill it up. All right, I'd say we're about 2/3 full now, but we want to make sure there's enough space in between the rocks to let the water flow well. We're also clearing the weeds from around the house to eliminate places where critters can hide. So by doing this, getting rid of that water source and also getting rid of the cover, we're going to increase the chances that we don't have unwanted visitors. Okay, so we're almost to the top here. So what we're going to be doing is putting some big rocks around the periphery and then filling in the center, so it makes a good place for people to walk, because this is in kind of a high traffic area. So it's level with the adjacent ground surface, and now we'll just fill up that middle and we're done. This is looking really good, and it's already working well. See the water dripping down there, and it's going down into the pit. So here's what it looks like from the top of the stairway. See the condensate line coming out of the house there. And we put some flat rocks on top just to make it more stable to step on. But there was a 3 or 4 inch deep little puddle of water there when we started this morning. And now we don't believe that any water will come to the surface, and we'll check it out around 5 o'clock in the afternoon today and see what it looks like. So here it is, about 6:30 at night, or in the evening, middle of summer. Air conditioner's been running all day long, about 105 degrees even right now. And where last night we had a big old puddle here, today, or this evening, we have dry ground, as that water is seeping down in between the rocks to where it won't attract the critters. You should know that we do have a water trough all the way down there about 100 yards, that gets fed by this 800-gallon tank through that black hose that runs all the way down the hill.
The water comes from our well. It's about 400 feet deep. It's beautiful water, and it attracts all kinds of animals.
So we are feeding or watering the animals. We just don't water them up here by the house. So we have deer and hogs and just about anything else that you can think of comes down to that water trough. Thanks for watching today's episode of Corporate Gone Country. If you're so inclined, please like and subscribe. It's been fun. Bye now.